Brother of Walmart stabbing suspect says family tried to get him help for years. Bradford Guile, 42, stands accused of stabbing 11 people at a Traverse City Walmart. His brother, Shane, reveals a decades-long struggle to secure mental health assistance for Bradford, citing increasingly erratic behavior stemming from a drug-induced incident years prior. The family repeatedly alerted authorities, yet Bradford received only disability payments without mandated mental health interventions. Bradford's history includes numerous encounters with law enforcement, ranging from assault and property destruction charges to a bizarre incident involving grave desecration at a local cemetery. In 2016, he was found not guilty by reason of insanity for the cemetery incident after a diagnosis of paranoid schizophrenia. Despite a long history of mental illness and concerning behavior, he repeatedly evaded serious consequences. Just days before the Walmart attack, authorities attempted to apprehend Bradford under a court order for a mental health evaluation, prompted by recent reports of loitering. However, they were unable to locate him in time to prevent the stabbing spree. His brother expresses profound exhaustion and frustration at the system's failure to provide adequate care for Bradford, highlighting a tragic breakdown in the mental health system. The incident underscores a critical need for improved mental health care and resources for individuals struggling with severe mental illness, emphasizing the potential consequences when such needs are unmet.
In our next story, Sony calls Tencent game slavish clone of Horizon in new lawsuit. Sony is taking legal action against Tencent, claiming Tencent's upcoming game, Light of Motiram, is a near-identical copy of its popular Horizon series. The lawsuit alleges that Light of Motiram, which features strikingly similar robot animals and even a similar font to the Horizon games, was developed after Tencent's proposal to create a Horizon sequel was rejected by Sony. Sony claims that Tencent, operating under the names Aurora Studios and Polaris Quest, proceeded with development despite Sony's clear objections and attempts to resolve the issue informally. The company alleges that Tencent's actions constitute a blatant infringement of its intellectual property rights. The lawsuit highlights the growing concerns within the gaming industry regarding the unauthorized copying of successful game franchises. Tencent has yet to respond to Sony's legal action. This isn't an isolated incident. Similar legal battles over allegedly copied game designs are becoming increasingly common, underscoring the need for stronger intellectual property protection within the gaming industry.
In our next story, Warner Bros. Discovery is becoming Warner Bros. And Discovery again. Warner Bros. Discovery is splitting into two separate companies by mid-2026, Warner Bros. And Discovery Global. Warner Bros. Will encompass its film, television, and gaming assets, including DC Studios and HBO. Discovery Global will handle news and factual programming, such as CNN, Discovery Channel, and sports networks. David Zaslav will continue to lead Warner Bros., while Gunnar Wiedenfels will head Discovery Global. The restructuring is intended to improve Warner Bros.' financial standing, separating its debt from the Discovery Global entity and potentially boosting its stock price. Both Zaslav and Wiedenfels express confidence in the new structure, highlighting its potential for growth and strong operational execution. The company emphasizes that the new names honor its legacy, though the move is widely viewed as a strategic response to significant debt challenges. Discovery Global is currently seeking a new communications officer to manage its public image following the restructuring. The success of this corporate split will hinge on both companies' ability to navigate their individual challenges and deliver compelling content to audiences.
In our next story, rapper Mack Maine reveals his son died from a seizure. New Orleans rapper Mack Maine is grieving the loss of his 20-year-old son, Isaiah, who died from a seizure on July 16 at their California home. Maine, still reeling from the shock, shared the heartbreaking news on his birthday, a day that also marks the 2-year anniversary of his father's passing. He described his son, whom he affectionately called Zeke, as his greatest inspiration and the reason he woke up each morning. Maine expressed immense gratitude for the gift of fatherhood and the joy Zeke brought into his life. The rapper poignantly reflected on his son's pure heart and innocent soul, emphasizing the profound impact Zeke had on him and his family. This devastating loss has left Maine heartbroken and grappling with unimaginable pain. In light of this tragedy, Mack Maine urged everyone to cherish their loved ones, reminding us all to express our affection and appreciation while we have the chance. In our next story, Trump administration launches investigation into Duke University and Duke Law Journal. The Trump administration is escalating its fight against what it calls discriminatory practices in higher education, launching a two-pronged attack on Duke University. The Education Department is investigating Duke and its Law Journal for potential violations of the Civil Rights Act, while a letter from the Education and Health and Human Services Secretaries expresses concerns about race-based preferences in hiring, admissions, and scholarships. This follows a recent settlement with Columbia University and ongoing legal battles with Harvard. Unlike the Columbia settlement, Duke has not yet shown a willingness to negotiate. This marks the first time the administration has targeted a university in a state President Trump won in the 2024 election. The investigation could lead to the loss of federal funding, a significant blow considering Duke's current financial pressures from reduced NIH grant programs. The administration alleges Duke's policies violate Title V of the Civil Rights Act, prohibiting discrimination based on race, color, or national origin. The Secretary's letter specifically targets alleged systemic racial discrimination within Duke Health and demands the formation of a Merit and Civil Rights Committee to work with the federal government to reform these practices. The administration is requesting a review of all policies and practices at Duke Health, and assurances that unlawful race-based preferences will be eliminated. This action is part of the Trump administration's broader effort to eliminate diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) initiatives in higher education, which it claims are harmful. This aggressive stance contrasts with arguments from DEI proponents who highlight the positive impacts of diversity on student development and civic engagement. The investigation's outcome remains uncertain but carries significant implications for Duke University and potentially sets a precedent for other institutions.